One Zambia, one nation. You are watching Zanis News with me, Kralibel Msonda. On sign language, we have Jennifer Shalyonda. Let's take a look at the headlines. Zanis hands over rehabilitated Nega Bridge in Nakonde. Nchelenge's Kilwa Island in health infrastructure boost. And NCZ increases fertilizer production. Zanis News in detail. The Zambia National Service, ZNS, has handed over the Nega Bridge in Nakonde district, which was rehabilitated at a cost of 2.7 million kwacha. The bridge, which collapsed in December 2025, was reconstructed using funds from the Disaster Management and Mitigation Unit, DMMU. Titani Zulu brings us this report.
Economic activities in Nega village and surrounding areas in Nakonde district are set to normalize after the Zambia National Service handed over the newly reconstructed Nega Bridge to government. The bridge had collapsed in December 2025 following a heavy downpour, cutting off communities and disrupting trade in the area. ZNS site engineer Shadrach Maseka assured that the new structure is built to last.
We are happy to hand over the project to the community, and we can assure the public to say this structure has been constructed to the very best standards, and we are assuring the public that it will stand the test of time because we had followed the laid down standard for construction.
And Nakonde District Commissioner Marvela Sikapizier, who witnessed the handover, expressed satisfaction with the quality of works.
I'd like to thank the contractor, the ZNS, for the job well done and the quality of work. You can imagine in 2 months' time, this bridge, we have done it. When we give people to work, let them work a good work and a good quality. The president is always emphasizing to good quality and time frame of the work.
Meanwhile, for residents in surrounding areas, the completion of the bridge ends months of struggle.
We are really humbled with this gesture. Please pass our message of gratitude to the President. The quality of the bridge is a sign that the government is working.
Titani Zulu for Zanis in Nakonde District, Muchinga Province.
Meanwhile, Muchinga Province Permanent Secretary Tuesday Walia has expressed disappointment with the Nkakula Lodge management in Chinsali district for failing to improve standards at the facility. Dr. Walia, who inspected the facility, says it is regrettable that the lodge, which is being run by the Chinsali Municipal Council, has continued to operate below expected standards despite being given a 1-month ultimatum to improve the service delivery. Bupe Lumbanya has filed this report.
Following a sports check at Nkakula Council Lodge in Chinsali District, Muchinga Province Permanent Secretary Tuesday Walia has expressed disappointment with the Council Lodge management for its failure to meet a 1-month ultimatum to improve standards at the lodge.
We had given the council time, over a month, to revamp the operation of this lodge. The only thing that they have delivered is to put the light, the bulbs. They have not worked on the beds. They have not worked on the TV, so they have failed to do what we agreed. Because they have been complaining, no, the lodge, we can't make money, we don't have money, but they have the facilities which they are running down. We asked them, can we revamp this? Can we make just a few changes? So, I don't want to say much, but just to say that I'm disappointed. As PS from Muchinga Province, I don't want this. I want people to work with me, to work with this government. Because I don't understand why they are failing to procure things. He's telling me they are still procuring. How long does it take to procure? Those are specific things, and this lodge is making money. and they can even make more money if they revamp the operations of this place.
Dr. Wale later proceeded to Chinsali District Hospital to inspect the mother's shelter.
This mother's shelter was done and handed over to the hospital last year. And it's a CDF project, but it came without a component of power. So now since it's handed over to the hospital, we don't have power here. And the people have complained, they have been going now to sleep in the main hospital, and thereby congesting that place. So we came as provincial administrator, as PS, to talk to our colleagues, first to check, then we agree with our colleagues, so now best we can bring power here.
The permanent secretary points out that regular inspections will continue to ensure public facilities serve the community effectively. Wopelombanya reporting for Zanis News in Chinsali, Muchinga Province.
And in health news, Fountain of Life Africa, a non-governmental organization, has handed over a health post to Nanswinsa village in Chief Litetas area in Chibombo district. Fountain of Life Africa founder Princess Kasune handed over the facility, which will enhance access to health services in the chiefdom. Kruga Siankulu has the rest of the story.
It is a newly built health facility meant to improve access to healthcare services in Nanswisa village of Chief Litetas chiefdom. Fountain of Life Africa founder Princess Kasune has handed over the facility, which was built by her organization. Ms. Kasune is also Kembe Member of Parliament.
I am proud as a founder of Fountain of Life Africa to have completed this facility at the total cost of 2.6 million kwacha, which is a product of partnership between Fountain of Life Africa, FOLA, and the government, and indeed the community.
Chibombo District Commissioner and Chibombo Town Council Chairperson have witnessed the handover ceremony.
As you really demonstrated by starting an NGO, which we are witnessing this project today, it was your own NGO which you started and did marvelous in Kembe.
Possibly you can call it a mini hospital here because this clinic is standing alone here. We've never seen such a clinic apart from this one from 1964. Others maybe could be a police post. In Chibombo, this is one of the best.
Meanwhile, Chibombo District Health Director Dr. Hendrik Siona has welcomed this development, stating that it will improve access to primary health care for families in Nanswinsa and surrounding villages.
The coming of this health facility will therefore greatly improve access to primary health care services for the people of Nanswinsa and the surrounding areas.
With the Kasune Health Center now handed over, the community of Nanswinsa moves one step closer to universal health coverage. Kruga Siankulu, Zanis News, Chibombo.
Still in health news, the Nchelenge Town Council is putting up a maternity annex in Chisamba area on Kilwa Island at a cost of 2.7 million kwacha. The construction of the facility has elated the residents, who have commended the government for its decision to build a maternity annex in the area. Kennedy Chomba now reports.
One of the challenges which those living on islands face is lack of access to quality health services. For instance, the community of Kinsamba on Kilwa Island have to travel 12 kilometers on Lake Mweru to acquire health services. But this will soon change as government has moved in to construct a maternity annex in the area.
So as local authority, through central government, we thought it wise to give this structure to the community so that once it's operational, it will enable our people from here not to move long distance from here to where the clinic is. Because from here in Sembaishe, there is about 12 kilometers to access where a health facility is in Shimba.
Luapula Province Permanent Secretary Prudence Chinama, who checked on the progress of the maternity annex, is impressed with the works done so far and has assured the contractor that more money will be released so that the project can be finished on time.
The works look good and very advanced. This is what we want as government, because the new Dawn government of President Hakainde Hichilema promised the people of Zambia, regardless of where they are, that they were going to receive the fair share of the good quality health services across the country. Because 12 kilometers is not a short distance. You can see this is an island, it's not the mainland. We do not have vehicles. So imagine a pregnant mother from this end, how do they quickly get to the facility to be assisted?
To the community of Chinsamba, they cannot wait for the project to be completed so that they can start accessing better health services. This maternity annex will, among other things, cut on the risk which people go through when transporting patients using banana boats. Kenneth Chomba, reporting for Zanis News in Cherenge District.
We now move to Lusaka province, where the nitrogen chemicals of Zambia NCZ has increased the fertilizer production from 70,000 metric tons to over 400,000 metric tons. NCZ Chief Executive Officer Chanda Mongo says the move is aimed at boosting agricultural productivity and ensuring timely supply of fertilizers to farmers across the country. The details are in this report.
The nitrogen chemicals of Zambia NCZ has increased fertilizer production from 70,000 metric tons to over 400,000 metric tons. The increased output is part of efforts to support the agricultural sector and contribute to national food security.
We came from a place where we used to produce 70,000 metric tons of fertilizer, or at least that was the installed capacity on the old equipment, which covered a lot of hectareage. We recently invested in two state-of-the-art fertilizer production units, a fertilizer granulating plant with a capacity of 144,000 metric tons, and a fertilizer blending plant with a capacity of 288,000 metric tons, which gives us a combined capacity of 432,000 metric tons of fertilizer compared to the earlier 70,000 metric tons.
NCZ Public Relations Manager notes that the plant has also embarked on producing fertilizer for various crops.
This is the granulating plant, which produces what we have always known as D compound, the granulated D compound. We produce crop-specific fertilizer. So if you're a wheat farmer, we produce for wheat. If you're a tobacco farmer, we produce for tobacco. If you're a soybeans farmer, we produce for soybeans. Sugarcane, we produce for sugarcane. So we're able to do formulations using this particular plant.
Kafia District Commissioner says that Kafia District is expected to record a bumper harvest.
We expect to the yields for the district could be even double. Yeah, I think FRA last year they bought 120,000 bags. We could reach I think 200,000 this year.
This development encourages local manufacturing as part of efforts to grow the economy and create jobs. Evelyn Masialeti for Zanis in Kafia District.
Moving on in the news, Chifunabuli District Administrative Officer Benson Matipa has commended World Vision Zambia for interventions made to combat negative effects of climate change in the area. World Vision Zambia, through the community, initiated Regeneration for Carbon and Livelihood project, is implementing green interventions to restore 10,000 hectares of degraded land consisting of forest and landscapes in Chifunabuli. From the district, Esther Banda now reports.
Degraded land is cutting crop yields and threatening food security, further impacting livelihoods. In Chifunabuli, World Vision Zambia is implementing a community-initiated regeneration for carbon and livelihood enhancement project aimed at restoring over 10,000 hectares of degraded land.
The overall goal of the project is to restore degraded landscapes through implementing interventions such as assisted natural regeneration, farmer-managed natural regeneration, also incorporating agroforestry. We are also implementing alternative livelihoods as a way of moving communities from those destructive livelihood options. So we're basically looking at first of all the environment. So we expect the project to contribute to prevention of biodiversity. We are also expecting the project to contribute to climate mitigation.
For the district administration, the initiative stands to support government and partner efforts in mitigating the effects of climate change.
The SECO project presents a valuable opportunity for environmental restoration, climate change mitigation, and the improvement of livelihoods across our communities. However, the success and sustainability of this initiative will depend on your continued active participation, ownership, and honest engagement.
Locals have welcomed the project. Esther Banda, Zanis, Chifunabuli.
From Chifunabuli, we move to Kasama district, where the residents of Kasama have applauded government for the infrastructure development taking shape in the district. The residents made the remarks at the opening of the Golden Oaklet at Warm Kasama stores at the recently commissioned Kasama Mall. Here are the details.
From strength to strength, Kasama district has seen significant development in the recent years. The Kasama Mall, which was recently officially commissioned by President Hakainde Hichilema, is slowly filling up, with Golden Oaklet opening its branch at the mall.
We are so thankful to the Kasama residents. You've really supported us. We've received overwhelming support. You can see the numbers inside, and we are running up a lot of promotions inside, which have excited a lot of customers. But on our part as Golden Oaklet at Home, for the support that you have rendered to us, the Kasama residents, we are really humbled.
This is Golden Oaklet at Home clothing store. So it's actually a good thing for the people of Kasama, because now we are modernizing Kasama. It's a new era, and so this is why Golden Oaklet has actually come.
The residents are elated with the opening of Golden Oaklet at Home and other retail stores at the Kasama Mall, citing the development as vital for the local economic growth and job creation.
Kasama is developing. We are seeing development in Kasama because some time back we had no such stores, but come now you will find the Golden Oaklet in Kasama, which is so wonderful. This is good, and we really appreciate for that.
Mark Chela, a Kasama resident, has been employed at the newly opened store.
This is really a great opportunity for Kasama because now that we have a store like this, it's easier for us to actually buy good quality and affordable goods that actually caters for a lot of households.
Taongankoma, Zanis in Kasama district.
Now, a clergyman in Chinsali district in Muchinga province has urged faith-based organizations in the region to preach against violence ahead of the 2026 general elections. Chinsali Pastors Fellowship Chairperson Mutale Ndoki says there is need for the church to denounce all forms of violence by preaching peace and unity as the country goes to the polls. Let us take a look at this report.
With only about 90 days remaining before the 2026 general elections, calls against political violence have continued to spread among various stakeholders around the country. In Chinsali district, faith-based organizations have joined in this noble cause to ensure that peace and unity prevails during the August polls. Caritas Zambia convened these faith leaders in an engagement meeting on gender-based violence against women in elections and political violence in general. During this forum, Chinsali Pastors Fellowship Chairperson Reverend Talendoki explained on why the clergy's involvement is critical.
We are urging every pastor, reverends here, so that they can sit down their candidates, so that they speak to them that we don't want violence, more especially in this year's election. We want peace. We are standing to bring peace more especially in this year's campaign. That's why we, last month, I think in March, we held a prayer rally in Mpika, just praying for political campaigns.
In Chinsali, Acting District Commissioner Brenda Silwembe, who spoke through a representative, acknowledged government's collaboration with the clergy in fighting against this vice.
The government thought it wise that when we incorporate you as our spiritual fathers, spiritual mothers, I think you'll be able to shape our community and also to pave way for our growing children so that they grow in a way that is desirable in our community.
For Caritas Zambia, the objective is to change what characterized the previous general elections in the positive aspect.
We have taken a preventive measure. Before elections, we are trying to make sure that we make people aware of what happened so that it does not get to repeat itself in the coming elections, because we are promoting peace and we want the women to participate as much as possible, because women they have the most numbers when it comes to voters.
With the clergy, government and civil society organizations joining hands, stakeholders here are hopeful to make the 2026 elections peaceful and inclusive for all. Henry Lumpa Jr., Zanis in Chinsali, Muchinga Province.
Finally, in the news, a 69-year-old basket weaver in Mufurira's Kawama West has appealed to well-wishers to help him rebuild his dilapidated house. Ernest Chungu, who relies on sporadic traditional basket orders to put food on the table, says he struggles to survive in a collapsing house as he has no steady income to repair the shelter. Here's a report.
At 69, Ernest Chungu should be resting. Instead, he's fighting the rain through cracks in a dilapidated home in Kawama West, Mufria district. The help I would love is to rebuild this house, some food stuff and money. That's the help I need, people of God. He waves traditional baskets to survive, but with no orders, there is often no food. Every coin he hangs keeps anger away, not the leaking roof. The other thing that is important is to see customers coming through, because the customers are my God, father and mother. Without customers, I'm nothing. I can be a mad person picking foodstuff and begging. I weave traditional chairs. Today, Mr. Chungu is appealing to well-wishers to help him rebuild his house and get food. He has the skill, he just needs a home. Frida Chare reporting for Zanis News in Mufria district on the Copperbelt province.
That item brings us to the end of the news. Let us now have a recap of the headlines. Zanis hands over rehabilitated Nega Bridge in Nakonde. Nchelenge's Kilwa Island in health infrastructure boost. And NCZ increases fertilizer production. On behalf of the entire Zanis News production team and the sign language interpreter Jennifer Shalyonda, I'm Kralibel Musonda. Thank you for watching Zanis News.